Two children were desperately holding their mother underwater. No matter how hard she struggled, they didn't loosen their grip, not because they wanted to hurt her, but because they were trying to save her life. As her resistance weakened and she finally exhaled a large stream of bubbles, she went completely still. Panicked, the kids pulled her to shore and began performing CPR. Reviving their mother was their only hope of surviving the catastrophe that had turned their world upside down. Just 1 week earlier, a sudden global blackout had plunged humanity into chaos. Although power was restored within a day, people were shocked to discover something far more terrifying. They had lost the ability to sleep. Jill, a hospital security guard, was one of the first to grasp the seriousness of the situation. He quickly asked around to buy some sleeping pills, only to find that their price had already skyrocketed tenfold overnight. But the surge in demand was just false hope. Studies soon showed that sleep aids no longer worked. Neither did anesthetics. Nothing could induce sleep anymore. Jill decided to bring his two kids back home to keep them close. But on the way back, a car suddenly lost control and slammed into them, sending their vehicle into the river. Fortunately, a police officer saw the crash and rescued them, rushing them to the hospital. But once there, Jill realized the situation was even worse than he'd feared. Since everyone's sleeplessness had begun at different times, some people were already nearing their physical and mental limits. Jill sent his kids to stay with their grandmother for safety. That night, he returned to the hospital, hoping to use his position to quietly get some medicine. But just as he started moving, the military arrived and took over the facility. Luckily, the doctors recognized him and vouched for him. Otherwise, he might have been arrested. Soon after, Jill heard from a friend that the blackout hadn't just fried all electronic systems. It had somehow also stripped people of their ability to sleep. Scientists were scrambling to analyze old, printed medical texts, hoping to find answers. If the insomnia couldn't be cured, most people wouldn't survive beyond 7 days. Then came a glimmer of hope. The military had found an elderly woman who could still sleep. If they could figure out why she was immune, they might be able to develop a cure. Hearing this, Jill was baffled and deeply curious.
My daughter was sleeping.
Are you sure? Jill, they're setting up a whole station based on this one sleeper. That's how big of a deal she is. Are you sure your daughter was sleeping?